So today is my 13-week pregnancy update. For anybody who doesn't know, my name is Lizzie. I am a 27-year-old mom of two. I have twins that just turned 2 years old last week. And then this will be my baby number 3 and me and my partner's baby number 4. I'm not really sure if I think this is the first week of the second trimester, if I think next week is. I think next week makes more sense by a mathematics standpoint, but either way, this is week 13, you know? So I guess to begin, for anybody who doesn't know, I use 3 different apps. And so when I say the size of the baby, it's very approximate because I'm going between 3 different apps and the different sizes that they give. I think my best guess is at some point it's gonna kind of get more mashed together, but as of right now, it's kind of like vague. I use the app Pregnancy Plus, The Bump, and Ovia Pregnancy. And I have 3 different settings for all of the different apps. So this week, my baby is about 3 inches long, head to butt. It's still crown to rump at this point. For anybody who doesn't know, that changes a little bit later. So forget exactly when. I've gone through this before, obviously, but I forget when. But right now, it's still crown to rump. And he or she is about 1 ounce. One of my apps said like 0.89 ounces, and then another app said like 1.5 ounces. So I'm just gonna approximate at about 1 ounce. Between the 3 apps, I got the size of a lemon, the size of a clownfish, and the size of a brownie. And so somewhere around there is how big the baby is right now. And I'm a pretty skinny person, but it definitely is showing. So my symptoms this past week have been kind of the same as they were before. I thought about it a little more, and I really tried to think of every single symptom I could think of, so hopefully I don't forget anything. So my boobs have hurt so much. Like, I don't have problems with PMS. I don't have those kinds of issues at all. I've never had any symptoms. I don't get cramps. I don't get anything. So this is just weird to me that anything like this would happen, because I have looked into it, and usually that's like a thing that, like, well, you know, if you have PMS symptoms, those are your pregnancy symptoms. So it's weird to me that I get so many symptoms with pregnancy, but I guess the levels obviously are much higher in pregnancy, and it's just different, you know? With the girls, my boobs never really hurt. I just started lactating early, but my boobs hurt. Like, they hurt so much, and they've definitely grown, that's for sure, these ladies. I still have round ligament pain. Pretty much every single morning. I feel like the round ligament pain thing does kind of seem like it would go along with being, I guess, more, I don't want to say dehydrated, because obviously I'm not going to be drinking while I'm asleep, but I guess less hydration, because it seems to only happen like in the morning, and then sometimes if I make like a drastic movement or something, but that usually doesn't happen to me. So, but definitely some round ligament pain, that's for sure. Something very good is that all of the nauseousness is starting to get a lot better. I still have it every single day at some point. Still pretty much never in the morning, and it gets much worse later in the evening. But I went from having pretty much like 1 o'clock be like, that's it, to now a lot of days I can last until about 6 o'clock without feeling like I'm gonna throw up. Sometimes there's a moment here and there, but it's definitely getting better, and I'm just really hoping that it continues getting better, because obviously that's the worst symptom of all. I also definitely feel like I may have felt the baby. I mean, I'm fairly confident it was, but I know it's super early, and so I don't want to sound like one of those people who's like, oh, well, I'm just so special, because I don't think I'm any special than anybody else. I think I'm just very in tune with my body, and even though I thought before, I don't know if I said it in any of these updates, but I think before I thought I had an anterior placenta because I was having a hard time finding the heartbeat on the Doppler, but I realized I think that was just from size and it was nothing to do with the placenta, and I really don't think I have an anterior placenta this time, which I had with the girls, and I still felt them at 14 weeks. So I think I'm just really in tune with my body maybe, and I mean it's not every day and it's not anything consistent. It's just happened maybe 3 or 4 times where I'm like, oh, like I've felt this before, like I know what this is, and it's just like amazing. And the last thing is I've been having a lot of emotionalness. I am not really an emotional on the outside person. I have a lot of emotions inside. I'm very in tune with my feelings, but I'm the kind of person who doesn't cry at movies, especially in front of other people. I don't cry at TV shows. I don't cry easily at all. I only cried, I think, once in public in my entire pregnancy with the girls until I was in labor, and then that was a whole new experience. But yeah, but this time I'm just so emotional all the time, I feel like, and it's embarrassing. Like, I was watching a show the other day and I was like almost about to cry just because one of the characters was leaving, and it's like, dude, who cares? Like, it was not even that big of a deal. But I don't know, it was hitting my feels, like, so, yeah, I guess that's not the worst thing. It's got kind of funny, but it's definitely, something, so pretty much the rest of this update is just going to be a life update kind of thing. I feel like it's really nice for me to be able to look back and see my own life update, what has been going on every single week. So I actually have an appointment today. So the story of that is I had an appointment on Monday last week, and my doctor told me during that appointment that she wanted me to come in at least one time for like weight, blood pressure, all that stuff, check. And so of course, I'm so down for that. Before 20 weeks, she wanted me to come in. So she was like, well, basically 12 weeks, it was 11 weeks, 6 days. She goes, why don't you just come in 4 weeks from today? And I was like, yeah, totally. So I had an appointment for May 18th, and I got a call later on, must have been Thursday or something, maybe it was Friday last week, and the medical assistant asked me to have that be a video appointment. I said, I'm okay with that if that's what has to happen, but my nurse practitioner actually is the one who told me to come in, and so that's why I wanted to come in, if that's still possible. And she said, well, she's not going to see patients during the month of May, but I can have you come in. The latest available appointment in April is April 28th. So I'm like, okay. So I have an appointment today, even though I had an appointment last week. I'm going to see her. I don't really know what to expect. This is my first singleton pregnancy that has made it this far. So I have no idea. I mean, I know what typical appointments are, but knowing that I'm used to having ultrasounds, I'm an anxious person, knowing that my doctor isn't really seeing other patients, obviously, right now, and so maybe she'll have more time with me. And I've known her for a really long time now at this point. She's been my OB for, this will be 8 years in August this year. So she's, pretty nice and lets me have special stuff sometimes, like ultrasounds. So I don't know if she's gonna let me do that or not. I don't know if that's even an option, but possibly, and I would love that. So we'll see what happens. If not, it's okay. I mean, I know the baby's okay. I actually found the heartbeat on the Doppler. I was able to catch it for like an entire minute, and it was very, very stable. It was obviously the baby's heartbeat, not mine. It wasn't fluctuating. It was definitely baby, and that's awesome. I have decided to find out the gender early. Not being able to go to my anatomy scan with my boyfriend, most likely, even if things start letting up by June, I still don't think he would be able to come. And I just feel like that whole situation is just not exactly the way that I wanted it, and I wanted to have the gender thing be a special experience. And so the anatomy scan will still be the anatomy scan. We'll still know that everything's okay at that point, obviously. will still be a sigh of relief. But as for the gender goes, I actually have decided to get genetic testing that I was super against before because I thought I had to pay for it. Turns out it's free. So unless I was confused about that, I'm totally okay with doing that. So obviously the genetic testing that I'm getting is going to be the non-invasive one, just the blood test. Obviously it'll be nice to know that there's no chromosomal abnormalities, assuming that there isn't, and all that. But of course my main thing is the gender, and I'm gonna have a gender reveal as soon as I can. I'm very excited about that. So, because I didn't get to have one with the girls. So, or I guess I chose not to. I didn't really think about doing it. So I'm really excited to do that and have a new experience. I also got the ultrasounds from last time. So here's little baby. Here's the little baby. Sorry, the lighting is not the best. There we go. Here's another picture. I have a bunch of pictures, but these just two are the best. So cute. So this is from when I was 11 weeks and 3 days along, about a week and a half ago. So cute. It was so amazing to see it. We got to see the heartbeat. We got to listen to it. It was just an amazing, amazing experience. I love being able to see them once they look like people. It's so cool. And the last thing I wanted to say is that we have a name. I don't know if anybody cares, but you know, we have a first name. The middle name is kind of iffy. I don't know. We're still kind of trying to figure that out, but we have a first name for sure. It's only really one name that we agreed on. It's gender neutral, so it's gonna work regardless. So that's pretty much set in stone. I mean, no promises. I'm not gonna announce what the name is until I know the gender, obviously. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, and I'm excited. I'm just really, really excited about this whole thing. It's nice to feel like I have something to look forward to during this time when I know a lot of people's lives are drastically changed. I know mine is, obviously. So I guess I'm just gonna show my bump now. I have pajama pants on, so excuse that. But yeah. So I'm gonna step over this. So here is my bump from this side. 13 weeks today. There's my bump from this side. And you can't really tell from the front, obviously. My belly on this side. I feel like my tattoo makes it look not as big on this side. But yeah. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I hope that you have a fabulous week. Thank you so much.